It's one thing to make things and give them away to friends and family for free. It's another thing if you start selling the things that you love to make. In today's video, we're going to share with you 20 of the best selling hacks to take you from a beginner seller to a pro seller real quick. Are you guys ready? Buckle up and let's go. The most important hack for you to really understand is selling on Etsy. The reason why we recommend platforms like Etsy to sell on is because it's going to unlock you to hundreds of thousands of buyers that are going to pay you the most money. No more trying to have a pop-up Facebook group, posting on Instagram and getting crickets. It's time for you to go all in on a platform that wants to pair you with like-minded buyers. Imagine having a 24/7 boutique open and that someone is bringing you customers to the front door all day 24/7. That's the power of an Etsy shop. It's time for you to level up, and I want to give you a promotion. Stop selling to friends and family. They are never going to pay you top dollar. When you're on platforms like Etsy, guess what you need to focus on? Selling to strangers. People all across the country and heck, all over the world are going to pay you top dollar. I'll never forget when I launched a brand new testing shop that one of our first orders actually sold 2 t-shirts for like $40 a pop, and we shipped them all the way to Italy. It was so crazy when we opened this brand new shop that we were testing some new ideas in, and our first order was international. That's the power of Etsy, my friend, and you have to focus and start working on your shop to sell to strangers instead of trying to play small and only sell to your friends and family. You need to level up and give yourself a promotion today. What if I told you you could make more money doing print-on-demand items versus having to make and sell your crafts? The reason why is because when you are constantly in assembly line mode, you're never going to allow that work to compound. As soon as you get paid for the job, the money comes in and you don't see the return of it. When we teach our clients to utilize and add in print on demand, guess what happens? They are doing the highest level work. It's like another promotion. You get to stay in the creative designer element and you're never having to touch fulfillment. So you may make a little bit less profit, but it takes 0 time after you do the initial groundwork. And that's what we teach inside our program, Passive Earner Society. And it's been changing people's lives for hundreds of students, and it could be yours too. It's time for you to stop lowballing your prices. Like, I'm serious. If you want to go ahead and charge low prices, guess what? You are going to get low quality customers. It's time for you to up your prices, and what will happen is you may get a little bit less buyers in the beginning, but you'll start attracting those high-end buyers that are easy to work with, fun to work with, and actually fill your cup up. Platforms like Etsy, you really have to be on the trends. So what I want to encourage you to do is to go and be a secret shopper. Whether you go online, whether you want to go to stores like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, I like to go to local boutiques and see what is selling right now for them, because as soon as you see a trend popping off, you want to go ahead and design your version so that you can capitalize on the sales and the searches that may be happening on Etsy. If you want to go from a beginner to a pro, guess what you could do? You can start offering personalized items. Whether you want to do that through a print-on-demand provider or you actually want to make and sell personalized items, I think it's awesome. This is one of the ones we ordered, and this right here is a little plushie, and you're able to add the newborn's name right onto it. It can be automated by a print-on-demand provider. So you're able to sell this personalized item, and then the buyer puts in their name, and it automatically gets sent over to the provider and they fulfill the order for you. It's crazy. If you want to learn more about this concept, you definitely need to take my free class linked right down below. Don't be scared to try brand new niches that you've never tried before. Whether you want to start selling 3D ducks or specific cruise magnets, these are niches that we see crushing it every single day, so why not you too? That weird thing that you think no one else would buy could be the thing that unlocks the star seller on your Etsy shop. Here's what I want you guys to know. Simple sells. One of our top performing designs that we've ever sold on Etsy was one-line text with a really fun saying that was super trendy, and we saw the data, we designed our listing, and we've been able to sell that hundreds of times. It was so simple. It took us no time. The reason why our brains don't believe that that's possible for us is because it's too easy. So a lot of you are making this so hard on yourself. I just want to give you permission to make it be easy. Right now in the world, people love simple, people love funny, and you can make money off of that if you're allowing yourself to make it easy. Skip the vendor events and start going all in on your Etsy shop. And I want to be specific about this because you're going to do quite a bit of work on the front end of setting up an Etsy shop. And then what you're going to notice is that there's about a 90-day messy middle, is what I call it in my coaching program. You have a messy middle where you're not seeing results, but you should be showing up for your shop. So a lot of people think if they do a quick vendor event that they're going to get an influx of buyers and this is amazing. But what ends up happening at a vendor event is that you usually have to give away a Saturday and you usually don't make back the money it costs to buy all the material, make all the projects, and ever see a profit. What you should do instead is build an automated infinite inventory Etsy shop. And if you go to my training right down below, it's completely free. It's the highest level value I can give you for free. Check out that class if any of this is interesting you because it has changed our clients' lives and it can change yours too. This is the best process if you're wanting to get a lot done. We love bulk creating. We really have a simple 3-step process. We like to research 5 to 10 designs. Then once you have a little batch of designs ready, we like to go in the designing phase. And once all of those ideas, we've created our own brand new version, then we will go to the next step, which is the listing step. Most people will see one thing, go research it, then they go design it, then they go list it. That's the old way. The new way to get the most done is batching. You want to batch your research. You want to batch your listings. You want to batch the designing, and that is what we found to work well. So if your goal every single week is to find 3 new listings, 5 new listings, something like that, then you'll know how many designs that you need to do every single week, how many you need to research, and how many you actually need to list. So what I want you to do is try out batching and let me know what you think. Check it out right down below and let me know. To become a star seller, you really need 2 things. The number 1 thing you need is a really solid brand image. And inside Passive Earners Society, we believe in that so much. We offer a done-for-you logo and branding. So it's completely inside the program that is included. And then the second thing you need is cohesive packaging. If you were able to be lucky enough to make and sell your own items, I highly recommend you go that extra mile to give really good branding and packaging that is super cohesive. Because when people see the cohesiveness of your branding and your packaging, it makes them feel safe, it makes them want to order again from you, and it's super awesome. This is definitely not something you have to do in the beginning to get your buyers, but if you're wanting to be that pro seller, it's a great one to consider. We recommend if you're working on an Etsy shop that you run a daily sale. If you want to try to get as many buyers coming in as possible, you want to get that dopamine hit of a timer counting down. And it's bonus points if it's counting down to end the same day that they're looking. It's a really great way to do so. So it's a simple thing of increasing your price 20% to be able to decrease it 20%. It sounds crazy, but crazy sells. You have to do the unorthodox thing or the thing everyone else is doing to drive sales for your shop. And everything goes back to strategy. So if that feels like something crazy and brand new, I want to challenge you. Open Etsy, shop around, and see how many people have really high-priced items and then cut a huge discount, and then people are buying. It's crazy how it works, but it does. So try it out and let me know if it works for you. Another really fun advanced selling lever is being able to create bundles. So if you have similar products that are the same aesthetic, that all support each other, it would be a really great idea to offer some bundles. That can get a higher priced product without doing much work at all, just creating a new listing. Sadie Lewis has an amazing digital design shop that we love to talk about here, but what she does is instead of selling the designs individually, she will package up 8 or 9 designs and offer a really good bundle. So instead of buying each design at $5 to $8 per design, for $10, you could get a bundle of 7 or 8. It's such a no-brainer. You want to design offers that are simply no-brainers, that your customer is not going to leave the platform without picking up the offer. Sometimes it'll feel like you're giving too much away for free, but if you're just getting started, I highly recommend to design everything that way. Myself as a business owner, I want to design no-brainer opportunities. Things that if you see me sell it, you're like, I want to do this with Tanner because it is such a great deal. That is what we call over delivering. If you want to be a business owner and you are not over delivering to your clients, you are not going to win in 2025. So start deciding and swallowing your pride and say, you know what? I'm going to over deliver like never before. And that's how you're going to win on any platform in any business this year. All right, my friends, I really want you to start consuming your inbox, your social media, not as a consumer, but as that secret shopper. So I want to give you a few more ideas of things specifically that you can do that not just relate to trends and designs and product, but you can also do this for marketing. I want you to notice how people do campaigns, a 4th of July sale, a Memorial Day sale. Notice what they're doing is that they're creating a reason for people to buy now. When you become that secret shopper and that secret marketer, you're going to learn two things. You're going to learn what trends are actually selling, and you're going to learn how businesses like Old Navy, who is known for sales, use those levers, those simple marketing levers, to help create urgency to get people across the finish line, to purchase their clothes, to feel really awesome this summer in a brand new wardrobe. You need to do the same thing for your shop. You need to give people a reason to buy today, not waiting until tomorrow. If you sell your stuff every single day for the same price, you're giving no urgency. So your job as a marketer is to create really awesome items and give people a reason to buy today. Because in reality, people are just super busy. So you have to help them decide to pull out their credit card and complete that transaction. Okay, piggybacking off that last hack, here's what I want to tell you. You need to be preparing for a holiday months in advance. So if it's August and you're not already thinking about Christmas, you're already behind, you've already missed the boat. If you want to make the most money, be prepared to be working on those listings. For as big of holiday Christmases, I'm fine with you preparing 4 to 6 months out. That is totally fine. For holidays like Halloween and smaller holidays, you really only need about 60 to 90 days. So be prepared, get ahead, see what people seem to be buying. And that is a really great way to kind of trend set and decide what type of products. Are you offering giftables? Are you offering decor? Are you offering, any of the sorts? You want to have a game plan ready to go, because if you're waiting for the same month as the holiday, you've missed out on all the people that love to be prepared and ahead of schedule. Stop overthinking it. It's time for you to just start testing and just seeing what happens. You wouldn't believe how many Etsy shops out there have a lot of sales and a lot of listings. But what's funny is that less than 5 of the listings is creating the hundreds of sales that the shop has. It's actually more common than you think. What I want you to take from this is that it doesn't take like one huge strategy that you plan out. What it really takes is small ideas that you create and find, and then just simply testing and going out there and putting it out there, right? You design it, you test it, you put it out there, you see what happens. That is what I consider in my coaching program, bringing curiosity to your business. Where most of you go wrong is you make 5 listings or less, and then you stare at your Etsy shop until you get orders. That's the wrong way to do it, my friends. You need to bring that curiosity to your business every single day. What if this new design will take off? What about this one? Because once you have something, what I call growing legs and like going out there and search, it's just go keep going. There's going to be momentum that you could never believe or expect to happen when you're willing to step out and just stay in that curiosity and be willing to stop overthinking and start testing. Here's the thing, my friend. Just because you love it doesn't mean it will sell. You need to have data to back you up. We use research like being able to physically go on Etsy and look at top sellers. We use platforms like Everbee and Insight Factory to do a little research. You could use eRank. You could use free versions, paid versions. You need to have data that can back up your hypothesis. It's not about you all the time. You can do things that you like, but don't only do it because you like it. You are running a bigger business than just yourself. Act like it. Be willing to serve more people and be willing to do the research to back up your hypothesis before you invest the time to list it, design it, and build the listing out. That's a lot of work. So do just a little bit of market research to make sure that you think it'll sell like hotcakes. This one's really easy. When you make a new listing on Etsy, simply go over and pin the listing on Pinterest. You have no idea how many more views, clicks, and saves it will be able to get when you start sharing it over on Pinterest. Because again, Pinterest buyers are usually out there looking for ideas and looking to spend money. It's unlike other platforms where people are just there to scroll. People are scrolling on Pinterest, but they are action takers. They're wanting to learn, they're wanting to buy, they're wanting to see what's out there. So be sure to pin those on Pinterest if you want to get as much momentum as possible. And as soon as Etsy sees that you're driving traffic to the platform, it's going to reward you by putting you higher authority in the ranks. So it can definitely help you get ranked faster. All right, y'all, you need to utilize all the space on Etsy, meaning all the space for tags, descriptions, titles. Make really good ones because it's an opportunity to optimize your listing. And Etsy only knows what you tell it. So that's why inside of our program, Passive Earner Society, we give you access to an AI bot that we trained specifically for all of our Etsy sellers. It's called salesbooster.ai, and we love it. So you're able to upload a picture, you're able to talk to it, answer some questions, and it will write you a high-performing title, description, and tags that you can then edit, you can modify, or you could add to, but it helps you get going with a really good framework for your title, description, and tags. It's very, very important, and I don't want you to skip out on this because it's a super important step so that then Etsy can read your listing and then be able to pair it with all the people that are looking for what you are selling. This last one is going to blow you away. What if I told you you have a top performing title on Etsy that's getting a lot of traction, a lot of sales? Guess what we tell our students to do? Reuse it. You can use it again. Use that same title and make a new listing with a different image or a different variation. But once you find a title that is working, keep working that title because it's going to keep getting you ranked over and over again. This is part of the beauty of Etsy where you don't have to overwork after you see what is working. Is that not crazy? Here's the deal, my friend. You have two options to go from here. Number one, you need to go watch my free masterclass. It's an incredible class that's going to teach you everything about running an infinite inventory and automated Etsy shop like never before. I break down my system and framework and all of my philosophy in that workshop. Or you're like, Tanner, I love everything you've taught in today's video. I want to learn more about Passive Earner Society. It's my proven program teaching people how to build amazing Etsy shops. Whether you want to sell physical, digital, or print on demand, we have a route for you. And do you want to get your application in? We don't work with everyone. You have to book a call with my team. So I'll leave that application link down below as well. Some of you need to watch my free training to make sure that you're picking up what I'm putting down. And some of you already know me and already love what we do. And you're like, Tanner, you've leveled up. I want to level up with you. Well, my friends, you've got to get inside Passive Earner Society. We would love to share with you what it's like to work with us, and we have different tiers just for you. So be sure to get your application in, check out my free training. These are all amazing resources, and I'm so excited for you to continue learning about Etsy. So be sure to hit subscribe, leave me a comment with any Etsy questions. Who knows, I may feature it in my next video. So until then, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.